Okay, first of all, no, I did not have my baby. I failed to upload last week, and so many of you were like messaging me like, did you have your baby? And I thought about it later that was not a good week to not upload, because a bunch of people put 2 and 2 together and realized I'm really close to my due date, and so they were like, oh, she must have had her baby. But in reality, we were just working on some home projects, and it was just taking a lot of our time that week. I just did not have time to do a video, and so yeah, I'm back this week with a video. So, and baby is nice and cozy in there, and so yeah, we're all good. Anyways, guys, my name is Kim Martin, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I put a video out every Tuesday, but my upload schedule might be a little sporadic here in the next couple weeks because I will be having a baby very soon, and so I don't know what upload schedule is going to look like, but I will try to keep you guys in the loop as to when the baby is here. Anyways, so yes, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into today's video. I'm doing a fun Q&A. I got a ton of questions. I didn't really want to go through and pick out like my favorite questions, so I'm kind of thinking about filming this Q&A in 2 parts and then uploading the second half of today's video sometime in the future. So if I don't answer your question today, it will probably get answered in a future video. Oh my goodness, like 8 different people asked me when my due date is. Kind of decided I'm not gonna say here on my YouTube channel, just because then like on the day that he's supposed to be born, as if due date has anything to do with it, he's gonna make his own schedule and come when he feels like it. But anyway, I feel like if I tell you guys my due date, then because you guys are so sweet and so wonderful, on my due date, you guys are gonna be like texting me like, was he born? And I'm gonna have to tell you no. Or maybe yes, but anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm very, very close. I am roughly a week away. So that kind of narrows it down for you, but I'm not gonna tell you the exact day. And anyway, some of my close friends and family know, but we have been keeping that circle kind of small just because of the privacy thing, and so. Also, I want to say real quick that my cat Liza had her kittens on May 6th, and there are 4 of them. They are extremely healthy, and yeah, Liza's just such a good mom. So I know I say this with like every Q&A or sit down video that I ever do, but I truly mean it. Please find something to do while you listen to this, like fold some laundry, do some dishes, like do something productive while you watch this video or listen to this video. I always do that, and then I don't feel so bad about making this video a little bit longer. So yeah, if this video ends up being a little bit longer, it is because I expect you to find something to do while you listen to this video. So anyways, we're gonna jump right in. Also, if you find something to do, then you don't have to look at my face the whole time, and so that's cool. And anyways, so moving into the questions. Okay, so a bunch of people asked what my cravings are this last little bit of pregnancy, and I would have to say anything deep fried. Ugh, deep fried food for sure. Also, I got a bunch of questions about how many children Daryl and I want to have, and we would like to have a bunch of children, but we'll see. Ultimately, God has a plan for our family, and it might not be a big family. And so someone asked if I'm a Mennonite. Yes, I am. And they asked if I speak German, and no, I do not. Nor do I speak Dutch, so pretty boring that I only know English. Next question is, are we planning on homeschooling our children? I'm not sure. I went to a private Christian school until I was in 5th grade, and then my mom homeschooled me and my siblings after that. And so I finished like 5th grade through 12th grade at home, and I loved my homeschool experience. Also, my mom is a very good teacher. And so I think that might have played into it, that I had a really good like homeschool experience. I do love homeschooling, but we also have some options for good Christian schools in our area, so I'm not sure what we're going to do at this point. I would love to homeschool. It's something that I am definitely passionate about. Someone else asked if we were going to homeschool or send them to a public school, and I would say if those were my 2 options, I would 100% homeschool. I will not be sending my children to a public school ever. I am not a fan of the public school system and some of the things that they teach, and anyway, so if it comes down to homeschooling or public school, we will 100% be homeschooling our children. Someone asked me if I read Amish fiction books, and I do not. I kind of feel like some of those books misrepresent the Amish. So I do not enjoy them, but I know a lot of people do enjoy those books, and if you love them, that's totally fine. I did read some Amish fiction books in my teens, but it's just, yeah, it wasn't something that was really my style, so. Where do I buy my clothes? Well, this came from my husband's side of the closet, so maybe I'm not the right person to ask. I love thrift shopping, so if I can find clothes that way, I love to do that. Another person asked where I buy my dresses, like specifically. I've gotten some off of Amazon, some off of Inherit Clothing Company. The Main Street Exchange is another good one. Nisi's Dresses, I found some off of there that I really like. I found some off of Jane.com, but you have to look pretty hard to find modest ones. So those are just a few of my favorites. Someone asked if I'm doing a garden this year and if I'm going to be filming it, and yes, I am doing a garden, but I am kind of scaling back a little bit. Realistically, I am going to have a newborn. I have made the decision to go easy on myself. So I am planting a garden. It's probably not going to be as extravagant as last year's garden, which is fine. I'm gonna have my hands full. So as far as filming it, I'm trying. The garden planting is kind of sporadic. I'm doing a little bit here and there, but my husband and my mom are probably gonna end up helping me with it a lot, and so it's gonna be hard to like film the process. But I'm gonna try just for you. So yes, I'm having a garden, and we'll see how much filming I actually get done. As far as like what I'm planting pretty much the same stuff as last year. I'll link my gardening video from last year here in the cards for you. But I planted like corn and potatoes and did green beans and tomatoes and carrots, and anyway, all that stuff. Yeah, it's in that video, so you can go watch that. I'm planting a lot of the same stuff this year. Those are just the things that we tend to use and that we like. Okay, someone asked, how did I learn so much about homemaking? Honestly, my mom just set a really good example for me and my sisters. She taught us a lot of things about cooking and baking and keeping house clean and gardening, and yeah, my mom just did a really good job of showing us that it can be a fun thing to be a homemaker. And I know like sometimes, you know, it can be monotonous. You get up, you do laundry, you make food, do dishes, make more food, do those dishes. It just can be a monotonous thing, but my mom did a great job of just showing us that there can be joy in that. And it's kind of sad, but in today's society, it's something that's kind of looked down on. My mom did a great job of teaching us girls that it's not something that's looked down on. It's something that we can be proud of, and it's something that can be fulfilling. I hope that makes sense. So, someone asked what's at the absolute top of my bucket list. I don't know, but I would probably say skydiving. I want to go skydiving so bad. But like, I'm terrified to go skydiving, but I want to so bad. So, here's a fun question. Someone asked, what is fun/annoying about filming a YouTube video? Okay, so we're gonna start with like the fun aspect, and I love how when I'm having kind of like a down day, I can film and it kind of feels like I have someone to talk to, like, and I know it's just like my camera, and it's not the same as actually hanging out with someone, but I love feeling like I'm hanging out with all of you guys, and so that's probably the most fun thing about it. Something that's annoying would probably be just the time and energy that it takes. If you guys think that YouTubers just whip out their camera and film a video, you're wrong. It takes a lot of time and energy, and like just like doing normal tasks around my house, it can take twice as long to do something if I'm filming it. Like, I mean, if I'm baking or if I'm cleaning or anything, it takes twice as long. It's part of it and I love it, but it can be annoying because you can like spend your entire day working on something and you film it and it just feels like it took so long. It is still fun, so I love YouTube. Anyways, someone asked me my favorite thing to cook or bake. My favorite thing to bake is probably pies. It's literally my stress reliever. If I'm really stressed out, I will be baking pies. And my favorite thing to cook, I'm not real sure what to say, but I would probably say fettuccine alfredo or something like that. So another question I got like several times, different wording, but same question, is how has being pregnant changed you and your husband's relationship? And I don't really know what to say to that exactly. Basically, like, you know, working together to prepare yourselves for this huge life change that's coming has been a really good experience. I think it's definitely brought us a lot closer. Getting ready to be parents together and like getting ready for this next phase of life. And honestly, we have so much fun just like talking about how much fun we're gonna have with a family. Like, we are gonna have so much fun. We are so excited. Daryl has big plans for this little boy. They're gonna be best friends, I'll tell you what. But do we want a dog? Yes, we want a dog. Especially since we're having a little boy, we both feel like we need to have a dog. Like, a little boy needs to grow up with a dog. But yes, we want a dog. Someone asked me, how do Mennonites view birth control? It's not like there's just like one universal view on birth control. I think every Mennonite family or individual views it differently, which is fine. What kind of mom do I aspire to be? And like, honestly, I want to be that mom that, you know, raises a little boy and like, you know, sees him coloring on my walls and like not have a meltdown, but it's gonna take some work to get there because I'm a major clean freak. I want to be like that chill mom that just like has fun with being a mom. But if our little boy is anything like Daryl or I'm gonna have my hands full. So yeah, we'll see what kind of mom I end up being. Anyways, someone asked me if we celebrate Halloween, and the answer to that is no, we do not. Because I'm a Christian, I do not want to celebrate a holiday that celebrates the devil and evil, and so to answer your question, no, we do not celebrate Halloween. Someone asked me tips for newlyweds and for a new wife. For newlyweds, I would say like in the first few months, give yourselves some grace. If you have an argument, you're not the first couple to ever have an argument. And sometimes it's difficult learning how to like mesh lives with someone. I mean, he might have his way of doing things and you know, you probably have your own set of habits and quirks and weird things that you like to do and ways to do things. And yeah, meshing those two worlds can be interesting. It's a really good experience and it's fun, but just give yourself some grace. Best thing you can possibly do is talk about it. I'm the type of person that if I get frustrated about something with my husband, I tend to be silent. I would always kind of justify that with being like, well, isn't it better if I don't say anything rather than say something hurtful? My husband is the type of a guy that he wants to just like talk about it and like make this better. So I've had to learn a lot about being willing to talk about it if I'm feeling frustrated or yeah. So I'm just saying, give yourself some grace and talk about things. My husband has taught me so much in that aspect, about like talking about my frustrations rather than just like being quiet until I've cooled off. And then the other end of that question was tips for a new wife. And this is something I'm very passionate about, but enjoy it, okay? Seriously, when I first got married, I loved doing laundry and I loved cleaning my house and making food and getting my house set up, and I had so much fun with it. But then people would like rain on my parade and be like, oh, well, enjoy it, because as soon as you have kids, it's not gonna be fun anymore. Or they would say things like, yeah, enjoy laundry while there's just two of you, because someday you'll have to do laundry for a whole family. Or hear comments like, yeah, I'm sure you do love cooking because you only have to cook for 2 people. And seriously, it would kind of like dampen my mood. I'm trying to enjoy this phase of life, and some people tend to be negative about it. It's unnecessary, and so my advice and my tips for a new wife is don't listen to those people. Enjoy it, seriously, it can be fun. I know, what do I have to say? I don't have 3 kids running around. I don't have to do laundry for a whole family. I don't have to cook for a whole family yet. Seriously, it comes down to attitude. Honestly, I pray all the time that when I do have a bigger load of work, that I can still find joy in it, and I can still like encourage the younger girls. I encourage you, if you are a new wife or getting married soon, yeah, seriously, find the joy in those things, because I'm sure if you want housework and being a wife and being a mother to be monotonous and boring, I'm sure you can create that environment. And I do not intend to do that with my life. I want to have fun, so I've chosen to have that attitude, but and that would be my advice, I guess, is just choose to have a good attitude, and you can make it fun and you can make it a good thing. Sorry, I'm gonna be getting off my soapbox now. So while we're on kind of the marriage topic, I'm gonna like jump down a few here, and it says, what was your hardest adjustment after marriage? And oh boy, honestly, and I know some girls have it worse than I do, but being away from my family and my sisters and my mom like was really hard. The quiet in my house. I grew up in a loud house with all of my siblings running around, and there was always action, there was always things going on, and like the long days of being away from my family was probably the hardest. I got a lot of questions that are like marriage related, so I guess here we go. Someone asked, how do you keep a happy home environment? A lot of times before Daryl comes home, I kind of like freshen up a little bit. I will make sure the house is cleaned up. I'll ask him about his day, and yeah, listen if he had a rough day, and laugh if he has a funny story to tell me. And yeah, if you know my husband, you know that he is absolutely hilarious, so it's not hard to have a happy home environment because he's constantly making me laugh. Something my husband and I have definitely noticed is that if he comes home from work and he's grouchy, and even though I try to be in a good mood, that kind of wears off on me, and vice versa. If he comes home from work and I'm in a crabby mood, it only takes about an hour and he's feeling kind of crabby too. And so we try to like work on that and not let our moods affect each other. Okay, kind of moving in a different direction here. Someone asked me where I got the inspiration for my nursery. I love olive green as a whole. It's one of my favorite colors. Then I went neutral with everything else. That way in the future, if we do have a little girl, I don't have to like buy new stuff for my nursery. I'll have baby items that can kind of go either way, which is why my nursery might be a little boring. It's kind of like all neutral colors like whites and tans and stuff like that. But I really, really wanted to not have to go back and buy all new stuff when I have a little girl. So I got some ideas on Pinterest, but most of it was that I wanted kind of like a gender neutral nursery. Someone asked me if I wear makeup, and not really. I have a very dedicated skincare routine. Sometimes when I'm filming and stuff, I wear like mascara, and if I have acne or something that looks really bad, I put a little bit of cover up on, but like not like makeup. If I'm gonna put any makeup on my face, I literally spend like less than a minute putting it on. It's just like, yeah. I don't have time for that. Someone asked how old Daryl and I were when we got married, and he was 20 and I was 19. So yeah, we were like babies, but I'm really glad that we got married young, and we have had a lot of fun together, so no regrets there. Someone asked if I've ever made homemade funnel cakes, and that's hilarious that you asked that, because in the last few weeks of pregnancy, like, I cannot stop thinking about deep fried food, and funnel cakes and elephant ears are on that list. So no, I have not tried to make those things homemade, but I think I'm gonna have to really soon, so. Another question I was hoping I wouldn't get, but I did. Someone asked if I'm still loving my Branch Basics products. They're the non-toxic cleaning products that I recently switched over to. And yes, I love them. I absolutely love the products, but unfortunately, I will not be reordering them. The company Branch Basics made a decision. They took a stand on some things that I do not agree with. And so I am probably going to be shopping for non-toxic products elsewhere. I'll let you know what I find. And I am devastated by this, because I do love my Branch Basics cleaners. I just don't think I can support a company that has taken such an obvious stand against Christianity. And so yeah, I hate to have to tell you guys this, but yeah, I am not endorsing Branch Basics products at this time. So anyways, moving on. Do you have any baby names picked out? Yes, we do. We've actually had our baby name picked out for a very, very long time. So someone else asked me what are some baby names that I like but won't be using. We agree pretty much on like pretty much every baby name. There's just like a few that I like that he's kind of like, eh. So I would tell you those names, but like there's this small part of me is hoping that like he'll come around someday. So I'm not going to ruin it by, anyway, so sorry. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop right there. I don't want this video to get too long, but like I said in the beginning, I am gonna like separate this Q&A into 2 videos. The next one I'm probably going to be uploading after the baby is born, and if I need to take a week off but I still want to have a video to upload, I'll probably upload the second half of this video then. So anyways, look forward to that. Thank you for hanging out with me and for all of the questions you guys sent in. I love Q&As just because I feel like I get to hear what you guys want to know about me, and then I get to like explain my life a little bit to you, and I just love it. It's so fun. Q&As are like my favorite. I'm excited to hear what you got done while you were listening to this video. So if you like folded some laundry, or you washed some dishes, or if you curled up on the couch with a fuzzy blanket and some coffee, whatever you accomplished, let me know in the comments. I would just love to know what you did while you were watching this video. So anyways, so normally I would say I'll see you next week on Tuesday, but like with the baby coming, I don't know when or what is gonna be the next video. So we will see what the next couple weeks hold. But anyways, again, thanks for hanging out with me. I love doing this with you guys. So that being said, I will catch you later. Bye guys.